Hello everyone, a great welcome to my channel. I am Poonam Dua. With me today you are going to cover a very popular short story by W.S. Mom, The Luncheon. This is an important topic for University of Lucknow BA English Honours Semester 1 Paper 2 students. This is a YouTube playlist link where you can find other videos also of the same subject. This story satirizes the modest eating habits of so-called middle class. The story has a little dash of humor and tells us about a date of our writer Somerset Maugham with a female fan. The luncheon is about a lady who appreciates Somerset Maugham's writing a lot, and the word luncheon means a light midday meal. You can call it to be lunch, a light lunch. The story is about a 40 years old lady who loves the author's work and wins his favor, in which she expresses the desire to meet him at a high class restaurant for luncheon. The author humorously exposes the fake modest eating habits of middle class people. एक लेडी एक फीमेल फैन रिक्वेस्ट करती है सॉमरसेट मॉम से मिलने के लिए एट अ वेरी हाई प्रोफाइल रेस्टोरेंट एंड देन how humorous situation occurs in the story. This is what the story is all about. सॉमरसेट मॉम के बारे में बात करते हैं कुछ. लाइफ स्पैन 1874 to 1965 and this is a very popular poster of शेक्सपियर जिसमें दिखाया गया है कि अगर शेक्सपियर सॉमरसेट मॉम के टाइम में जिंदा होते तो किस तरीके के रहते उनके एक्सप्रेशंस. शेक्सपियर is biting his nails amongst the posters of Somerset Maugham's plays. So a magazine, Punch, printed a cartoon of Shakespeare's ghost, looking concerned about the uniqueness of Maugham's plays. Now let us move to the story. अगर मैं स्टोरी की राइटर होती या मुझे काम दिया जाता कि इस स्टोरी का टाइटल बताइए तो मैं लंचन टाइटल नहीं रखती. मैं बिल्कुल लास्ट में आपको बताऊंगी मैं क्या टाइटल सोचती हूँ हमेशा इस स्टोरी का, and that will be very interesting part of the story. So a woman appreciated his poems, his stories, W.S. Maugham's all works, and visited him some 20 years ago. The author was living in Paris that point of time, and she had previously met him at a performance. More recently, she had read a book he had written and sent a letter outlining her thoughts on it. तो 20 साल पुरानी एक स्टोरी सुना रहे हैं W.S. मॉम हमें किस तरीके से एक फीमेल फैन ने उन्हें अप्रोच किया. She has just recently read something written by W.S. Mom and wished her desire to meet him at a certain place. So she sent one more letter in which she discussed her intended trip to Paris and her desire to have a brief lunch at the foyer. I'm coming to Paris and desire to have lunch with you at foyer. This is what she writes in her letter. The foyer is considered to be a very prestigious, high-profile VIP kind of restaurant. The eatery frequented by the French congressmen and all the modest people are supposed to go to these kind of eating places. Maybe the lady was assuming mom to be a very rich person, but he was not. The author had, ironically, only 80 francs himself. And with all the 80 francs, he was supposed to sustain till the month end. Month end तक उन्हें वो पैसे चलाने थे. He anxiously estimated the cost of the luncheon and thought that it would not cost more than 15 francs. 15 francs से ज़्यादा नहीं लगेंगे. So I'll cut down my coffee. मैं उस लेडी को तो कुछ नहीं बोल सकता कि वो क्या क्या खाएं और क्या क्या ना खाएं, but I'll cut down my coffee from the order and I'll save enough for at least next 2 weeks. उसके बाद देखा जाएगा. The meeting with the lady was fixed for Thursday at 12:30 according to this letter. तो जैसा कि डिसाइडेड था थर्सडे को 12:30 बजे ये लोग मिले. And the first thing and the repeated thing that the lady kept on saying, I never eat more than one thing. एक से ज्यादा मैं कोई भी आइटम नहीं खाती. पता नहीं लोग इतनी सारी चीजें कैसे लंच में खा लेते हैं. And this is what I feel the title should have been. I never eat more than one thing. इसी इसी टाइटल को पूरी स्टोरी में अभी जस्टिफाई करते हैं. I never eat anything for luncheon, she said. Oh no, don't say that, I answered generously. This ISW's mom. And she said, I never eat more than one thing. I think people eat far too much nowadays. A little fish, perhaps. I wonder if they have any salmon. So when this person met the lady, she was in 40s, not attractive, and spoke a lot. बहुत ज़्यादा बोलती थी. She reassured him that she never ate anything for luncheons and that made the writer feel a little comfortable कि चलो ज़्यादा बिल नहीं आएगा. However, she ordered salmon and caviar and William had requested the cheapest possible dish on the menu, the mutton chops. सबसे सस्ता डिश. आप खुद तो मंगवा सकते हैं सबसे सस्ता डिश, लेकिन अपने गेस्ट को तो नहीं बोल सकते. आपका गेस्ट मेन्यू को देख रहा है लेफ्ट टू राइट और आप देख रहे हैं राइट टू लेफ्ट. The waiter asked her if she would have something while it was being cooked. जब तक उनका ऑर्डर आता है उसके बीच में कुछ खाना चाहेंगी? No, she answered. I never eat more than one thing unless you had a little caviar. I never mind caviar. अब दिल बैठा जा रहा था हमारी राइटर का. He said my heart sank a little. I knew I could not afford caviar, but I could not very well tell her that. बता भी तो नहीं सकते. I told the waiter by all means to bring caviar. वेटर को बोलना ही पड़ा कि मैडम ऑर्डर कर रही है तो लेकर आइए. For myself, I chose the cheapest dish on the menu, that was the mutton chop. राइटर अपने आप को बार बार याद दिला रहे हैं कि मैंने तो सबसे चीपेस्ट चीज चूज की है. अब हाउ टू टेल दिस लेडी not to order much. And now look at this lady, what she's saying. She says, I think you are unwise to eat meat. Meat खा रहे हो lunch में, she said. I don't know how you can expect to work after eating heavy things like chops. I don't believe in overloading my stomach. मैं तो कभी एक से ज्यादा कुछ नहीं खाती. I never eat more than one thing. अब बात आती है ड्रिंक्स की. यूरोपियन मील्स में ड्रिंक्स भी बहुत पॉपुलर होते हैं. आफ्टर द मील the lady placed an order for white champagne and enjoyed the luncheon and a conversation about art, literature, music. My doctor won't let me drink anything but champagne. I ordered half a bottle. I mentioned casually that my doctor had absolutely forbidden me to drink champagne. तो राइटर अपने आप को ऑर्डर करने से बचाना चाह रहे थे. He kept on continuously saying कि my doctor does not allow me drinking. At the same time, he was, deeply anxious about the amount of the bill, which was much higher than he anticipated. Now see what he writes. She ate the caviar, she ate the salmon, she talked gaily of art and literature and music, but I wondered what the bill would come to. When my mutton chop arrived, she took me quite seriously to ask, I see that you are in habit of eating a heavy luncheon. I'm sure it is a mistake. Why don't you follow my example and just eat one thing? I never eat more than one thing. I'm sure you would feel ever so much better for it. अगर कुछ लाइट खाएंगे और एक ही चीज खाएंगे तो आप better feel करेंगे. I do not know how do you manage to eat so heavy. The lady kept on eating and kept on saying, no, no, I never eat anything for luncheon, just a bite. I never want more than that. And I eat that more as an excuse for conversation than anything else. मैं तो यहाँ पर आई हूँ आपका साथ देने के लिए, इसलिए खा रही हूँ आपका दिल रखने के लिए. I never eat more than one thing. I could not possibly eat anything more unless they had some of those giant asparagus. I should be sorry to leave Paris without having some of them. Again, the writer says, my heart sank. I had seen them in the shops and I knew that they were horribly expensive. My mouth had often watered at the sight of them. हमेशा मेरे मुंह में देखते ही पानी आ जाता था एस्पेरेगस देखते ही, और कभी मैं अफोर्ड नहीं कर पाया. इन मैडम को तो जरूर खिलाना पड़ेगा. और बड़े ही सॉफ्टली अपने आप को कंट्रोल करते हुए राइटर ने वेटर से पूछा, मैडम wants to know if you have any of those giant asparagus. और अपने पूरे माइट के साथ पूरी पावर के साथ प्रे किया काश ये ना बोल दे. But a happy smile spread over his broad peace-like face and he assured me that they had some so large, so splendid, so tender that it was a marvel. And this reply of the waiter just made William's heart sink and his mouth water, but he had to repress how he felt. किसी तरीके से अपनी सारी feels को दबाना पड़ा. She went on to add salt to his wound and ordered both ice cream and coffee. And kept on saying, I never eat more than one thing. कॉफी ऑर्डर हो गई है, आइसक्रीम्स ऑर्डर हो गई हैं, अलग अलग तरीके की फिश ऑर्डर हो गई है, एस्पेरेगस ऑर्डर हो गए हैं, एंड शी सेड आई नेवर ईट मोर देन वन थिंग. This was after she has said that she would not eat anything but a bite. William was contemplating how he would pay the bill or how he could put a pretentious act of his पिक पॉकेटिंग. चलो कोशिश करते हैं ये बोलने की कि मेरी पॉकेट पिक हो गई है या फिर किसी और तरीके से बिल को मैनेज किया जाए, सेटल किया जाए. William was not able to enjoy this luncheon but was just worried, just anxious about how to pay the bill afterwards. And look at the further bad luck of this writer. To his bad luck, the head waiter approached the table with a large basket of fresh peaches. She picked up one of those and said that she had just had a snack and must enjoy a peach. After William paid the bill, he was left with only 3 francs for the tip of the waiter and did not have any money left for the remainder of the month. And in the end, William thanks that he had his revenge when 20 years later he meets the light luncheon eating lady. देखते हैं क्या हुआ था. In the end, she says to him, follow my example. मेरा example follow करिए ना. I never eat more than one thing for luncheon. और हमारे राइटर अपनी मीटिंग के एंड में कहते हैं, I'll do better than that. I retorted, I'll eat nothing for dinner tonight, and he meant it literally. Humorist, she cried gaily, jumping into a cab. You're quite a humorist. But I have had my revenge at last. I do not believe that I am a vindictive man. But when the immortal gods take a hand in the matter, it is pardonable to observe the result with satisfaction. 20 साल बाद उसी लेडी को देखने के बाद एक satisfaction फील हुआ हमारे राइटर को, because today she weighs 21 stone. वो लेडी बहुत फैट हो गई थी और उस लेडी को फैट हुआ देखकर हमारे राइटर को लगा कि उनका रिवेंज जो है वो पूरा हो गया है. So 21 stone is actually 130 kilograms, and this is too much. If you get any question in your exam related to this story, this is what you can write in conclusion. This story shows the distinction between how things appear and how they are. That is the main theme. The speaker fantasized about the women he was on date with. बड़ा खूबसूरत सा शायद उन्होंने fantasize किया था. Wished she were a beautiful woman. Instead, he was out with a woman who was not particularly attractive. And the narrative is humorous continuously when she kept on saying, I never eat more than one thing, and kept on ordering one dish after another. This is what generated the irony and humor in this story. I hope you loved the video. Please do not forget to share and subscribe the channel and provide your valuable feedback in the form of comments.